What's going on, movie people? This is Dom.
And this is Tim.
And welcome to another episode of Reviews in Black. Today we are talking Pixar, the great movie that came out just maybe last weekend before last, Onward, featuring an all-star cast, including Lena Waithe, Tom Holland, who's also Spider-Man. You have Chris Pratt. You have Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I always get her name mixed up. Yep. Again, I think we said Octavia Spencer, Ali Wong, just a really great all-star cast.
I'm sorry, I got thrown off because I did not know there was Octavia Spencer. That was the Manticore.
Yep.
Wow. If you have not already, make sure and be sure that you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at In Black Reviews. Make sure you ring the bell down low and subscribe, and make sure you can get the notifications whenever we post new content, and we will continue to post new content. Like, share, and all that other stuff. Talk to your neighbors about it.
Well, quick summary about Onward. Onward is, again, the new Pixar film came out, which the storyline follows a teenage elf who has never known his dad, and him and his brother get this mythical opportunity to meet him again. However, the spell that they have the opportunity to cast is only halfway done, and they have 24 hours to be able to find this crystal to help them to complete the spell, so that way they can have one last encounter with their father, so their father can see who they've become.
And I must say, I like Pixar movies, but they're usually really good for the kids. But this one is probably the best Pixar movie that I've seen. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, it was hilarious. It was sad. It was touching. It was adventurous. It was a great movie from head to toe. It had every element that you look to see in a regular movie, but it was done in an animated film.
But on the opposite spectrum, I think that Pixar movies are for everybody. I have been a loyal Pixar animation film all the way back when they were really first getting into films, and they would release those little shorts at the very, very beginning of the film, which they still do. But I love Pixar films. I think that there has not been one yet that I have not shed a tear on. I love how they have the ability to take these very adult concepts that we go through every day in life. It's reality, it's things that we go through, and they break it down to the smallest element and make it translatable for a child to be able to understand, but as an adult you can relate to. So I thought that Onward was just another great example of just that powerful skill that they have, taking this story of a kid who's never really had an opportunity to have a father, but yet has an older brother, and the whole time, struggling with this whole, well, who was my dad? Everybody else had an opportunity to see him and experience him except for me, and kind of having to deal with that missing father syndrome, and again, breaking it down to this journey of him and his older brother, and them going through, and all the things that he ever wrote on his to-do list he was able to experience in such a beautiful way. It was good. Long story short, I cried like a baby at the end. I cried. She did. Beautiful.
First of all, I don't think there's any movie she has not cried on.
Any animated movie. I'm a sap for animated films. I think a lot of animated films do a great job with taking those small, again, nuances that we experience as an adult and break them down for a child to be able to understand. It really is. I think as an adult, if you go into a Pixar movie with an open heart and an open mind to the story that they have to tell, I think it's going to move you either way. And while he's sitting here talking mess about me, somebody over here was lifting up their glasses and wiping their eyes. I don't know why it was just me.
It's called allergies.
We was inside.
There's nothing I could take away from this movie. This movie was absolutely good. It was absolutely good. And it's definitely kid-friendly. Definitely some things in there for adults, just like, Shrek kind of did it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't leave the adults out. So, but as she said, I mean, everything was able to touch every group, every part of the audience. And I enjoyed about it. Even for a Pixar film, even the cinematography was good. Even though there's not a real cameraman there, but the scenes that they chose to show was absolutely great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then I thought it was really, really funny. Again, as earlier as I mentioned, the little Pixar shorts. So I didn't even know that Disney somewhere, along the lines, bought The Simpsons, I guess. And so the short for this film was The Simpsons, and I was completely thrown off. Like,
Yeah.
hey, where did it come from? And I didn't know that they were up underneath Disney now. So Disney's just buying up everything. Good for you, I guess. Yeah. In terms of rating, right? So again, if you're new here, we have our rating scale, 5-point scale, just like a lot of other movie reviews, but we base ours on when you should go to the movie, with the very, very top rating being it's so good you should see it twice, which is a double feature, and our lowest rating being it can wait, meaning that you can take your time to see it, if at all, in the theaters. So
I would rate this movie a must see.
okay.
A must see. Yeah.
Okay, and I would rate it a double feature. I thought it was just that good. I thought it was amazing. You could watch it by yourself as an adult. You could take your kids to go see it. This is one that you would want to have in a collection right along all the other Pixar films that they've ever come up with. It's that good.
You know what? We don't have to rock paper scissors for it, because I can go either way with this movie.
Okay.
So I will go a double feature as well.
All right.
I will go a double feature. I mean, either or wouldn't bother me, because it was that good.
Here we go. So we have another double feature here on Reviews in Black for the Pixar Disney movie Onward. If you haven't yet checked it out, be sure that you go to the movies to go see it. It's amazing. It's definitely worth the watch. It's worth the popcorn. It's worth the movie ticket. It's worth the experience. Go see it. It was great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, again, we thank you guys for letting us borrow your time for a little bit. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Reviews in Black, and there's going to be more to come. And like I said at the beginning, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear your thoughts on the movies if you've seen it, and maybe we can have a little dialogue about it. So when you get a chance, comment. Let us know what you think.
Yep, and until next time, see you guys later.